What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors channel, where we plan to trade and trade the plan. We do the market breakdown for you so you don't have to do it yourself. Yeah! It was a great day in the tech sector today. My name's Tushal, and we saw the tech rip up massively today, leading the way in this epic fight. Continued on in this OPEX week this week between the bulls and the bears. We'll be breaking down QQQ, SPY, Tlry, and Nvax, which were two of the tickers that were mentioned in the comments in the previous video. Remember, guys, if you want me to break down a specific ticker, make sure you put it in the comments. I'm reading the comments and replying back to you guys, and I will pick two of the tickers every single day to break it down for you guys so that this goes on like a town. Very quickly, right before we continue with this video, make sure you drop a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to the channel if you like our market updates. We love hearing from you guys, and dropping a comment definitely helps the YouTube algorithm. Guys, you have no idea how important it is for you to help me like this video if you actually truly find it useful. If you don't like it, chances are YouTube's not going to share with others. That's just the way the algorithm goes. And so let's make the algorithm go. So let's break down the market today, downtown without a frown, and peel this onion. Let's get it on. So today with the QQQs, we had a big push up, almost to the tune of 1.93%. That was a nice little push up through the whole day after a pretty bearish day the prior day. We had a gap down and then push gap up again today. You know, mainly it was on the basis of the news that came out on economic numbers for the initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims, which I have been mentioning is the key thing that this market's looking for, okay? In this market, we are looking for economic indicators to show that the economy is going to recover and the vaccine is going to be pushed out in a more, timely fashion so that this economy can open back up and the markets can resume, proper supply and demand activity, okay? Mainly, yesterday, what we saw moving in the heat map was everything big tech. Banks and energy were the two lagging sectors because they have been pushing up the highest in these prior weeks. In fact, when tech was going down, energy and financials were going up, mainly because that was the reopening pricing in, right? And there were a lot of talk about inflation and whatnot, and those were two things that would have, driven energy up along with banks, because those two sectors benefit with high inflation. Commodities tend to benefit, and also banks tend to benefit, right? Healthcare kind of trading relatively flat, and so it was an interesting trading day with QQQ here and the general market conditions. I'm going to break through QQQ first and then we'll do SPY after. So we actually crossed over the bullish pivot point yesterday. This is actually a key level for bulls to secure. We have been mentioning this in the previous video as well. 324 was a key level for us to secure here, and now we can possibly see some upside, but then today we want to secure. We want to hold above 324. If we break below 324 again, then we go down to 315 again at 316 to come down for another pivot. If we break down today, then we may see that this trend line which we have been forming may come true, where we may start to kind of go further down through this channel which is being formed here. But if we do manage to hold this the 324 level today, then we may see a reversal to the upside and this trend now form to the upside. So there's a key level today during this last final trading day of this week, which will be determining where this market conditions are going to go. Right now, pre-market, we're looking at conditions are pretty steady. We are opening where we are, but I can guarantee you that it will change once the London trading session closes, European trading session closes, and the Asian trading session, which has already closed, right? So we'll see a lot of a price action till the pre-market, and we will be seeing what happens there to play this right. Now, bright spots within the heat map were semiconductors. We've been seeing a lot of bullish flow on semiconductors, and also specifically Chinese tech. I'm not sure if you guys have been watching this, but I put out a webinar just this week, okay? On Monday, I put out a webinar about Chinese tech being undervalued. I'm not sure if you watched it, but remember, this was a webinar that was posted on Monday, weekly prep. I was talking about how there are opportunities in the Chinese tech sector, okay? And I spoke about both Azure and I spoke about both K-Web, which are two things that have been rallying recently. And you can see that K-Web since our video has already bottomed out since this happened. We were talking about KBOB when it was somewhere down here in the 60s, 68s, and 66s, and now already at $71. Chinese markets here will rebound. They are the predetermined economy that will recover first ahead of the rest of the world. Okay, and also Asher, which was talked about and is now breaking out of a technical uptrend out of this bear flag. Okay, so we might see continued push up on the Chinese tech sector and general Chinese economy, which is this Asher, which is non-tech and just mainly mainland stocks within Shanghai and Hong Kong. Okay, so those are two things that you have to keep in mind. We're seeing a lot of money flowing back into tech, in specifically your semiconductors, big tech. We're seeing money flow back into consumer cyclical as well. Amazon has been on a really nice tear, but still remains in a very key level. And so that's what we have with with QQQ. We need to maintain 324. If we don't maintain 324 or at least 320 today, it's going to be a big doo-doo. And we might go back down all the way to 316s. And if we do go back down to 316s and break 316s, then we open up back 300s here, which is going to be another bearish scenario. So there are both bullish and bearish scenarios. I'm covering them both for you guys. With SPY here, you can see that we came up nicely to the top of this pennant, and we actually formed a pin bar. This looks like a very bullish candlestick. And I think that there is a high chance that we can maintain this over this level. If we don't today and we come back down, then I see SPY coming back down to the 410s or the 409s here, back down here in the bottom of this pennant, and we may see a short correction before another rip to the upside. So we may see a little bit of shakiness within SPY today. There is for sure going to be a pullback on both QQQ and SPY. It just depends when it happens. Or if we want to rip all the way up, then that could happen too. I am more of the view that we'll get a pullback first and then we go upward. I like that better because pullbacks are good for the market, and they show you that price action is healthy. There's equal amounts of bulls and bears pushing the price higher and further down. Okay, so that's the technical update for SPY and QQQ today. Those are the key pivot levels that I'll be watching. And let's have a look at Tlry. This is one of the tickers that were requested in the comments. So Tlry has been in a very steep downtrend. You can see this trend line here. Recently broke out of the downtrend and is consolidating below this demand zone right here. So we actually need to break above the demand zone. So entry for Tlry is above $18.50. I would say, even maybe going above this high over here, the 1959 or 1960 makes sense over here to take to the upside if you want to play this bullishly. Right now, it still remains bearish if we continue to reject this demand zone, which is now acting as a support zone, a supply zone. So it's this zone now, which was previously a demand zone, is now acting as a supply zone, which is a resistance zone. And so we need to break above this level, above $19, above $18 with healthy momentum. Then we can, start playing these 22, 24, $20 to 22 to 24, these targets up here in the Fibonacci extensions. That will be the key levels for Tlry. So right now, there's not much action moving with this. With Nvax, the second one that we're going through, this one is in a demand zone actually right now. On the 4 hour, you can see very clear demand zone right here. This has been a previous level of multiple, price action, and this is a strong level for Nvax to find support. If we constantly reject this level of the 151s, then we may see continued consolidation to the downside. That will be no good for Nvax. We need to see Nvax capture above. The bulls need to capture above 160s and start to push this higher. So no bullish trade on NVAX until after 160s, and then playing this up to the 170s and 180s makes sense, where we will go up to test the TMAs here, the triple moving averages, which is the 50, 150, 200 moving averages, as these smoothen out and start to go sideways. So NVAX still also has quite a bit to go. Now, yesterday on our Discord community, we alerted our team on a unusual options activity, which was for PDD. This is, just some of the things that we do on the Discord community daily, where we offer our members, ideas for opportunities, and we saw lots of bullish flow on PDD, and so we took, I specifically took the PDD contract for the 140 calls for July 16th, and I'm still in this trade right now. I will be holding it for a little bit longer, and I have a tight stop loss, a trailing stop loss that is set, which will be set to hopefully close me out with the GTC order. So the position was already up 30% intraday, and it was a nice paying position. So sometimes it pays to just plan the trade and trade the plan. That's all you got to do. I wanted to kind of tell you guys how these things work out. We plan the trades together, and then it kind of usually does that. Now, also, I want to also point out another thing that we pointed out. SE on our Instagram page just last like I want to say 3 days on Monday, and we were talking about this bullish opportunity for this week because of an earnings run up, and they had earnings, they got sold off massively, and then huge wave up to the 246 and hit our 61.8 Fibonacci extension target. So now we're going to expect a pullback here to the downside, back to the 2040 EMAs, so that we can get another extension to the upside in the 260, 265s. We're seeing continued bullish betting with UOAs on this one, so I just wanted to point that out for you, the community, and have you guys look at these opportunities. Cool. And that's all I have for you today. Just to conclude everything so that you guys can understand what we're talking about today. We are not fully bullish on the QQQ, okay? We are still pivoting and whipsawing between key points of support and resistance, and we need to clear a established level. This established level for the QQQ is going to be holding above the 324 after a pullback of this wave. We want to make sure that demand continues to come in as supply pushes the price down. That is what we want to confirm now, okay? And then we can confirm that this is indeed a bullish trend up, and we can start taking out the money strikes for QQQ, for other tech plays, and that will be the play for QQQ. With SPY, we have a similar setup. We have the breakout of the pennant, but not yet a confirmation. We need consolidation above the pennant, and we need healthy price action. That means pullbacks and buy-ups equally, okay? So this is just goes to tell you that it's still this whipsawing is likely to continue today, and as today is the last day of the OPEX week, we may continue to see volatility. This is not a market for very new traders. This is a terrible market for new traders. You have to be extremely disciplined, and you have to have mental fortitude. Now, if you really enjoyed this channel and you enjoy everything that we do here, please take a second out of your day to like and subscribe. Smash the like button, please. And we love all of you guys, and we do this every day for you to help you better navigate these markets. So peel the onion with us every day, and let's break it down downtown with the refrain every single day. And I love you guys, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.